the Battle of Hastings, the death of one man changed the course of history. The Anglo-Saxon King Harold was killed here, on England's south coast. His army defeated by William of Normandy. Anglo-Saxon rule was over forever. At Westminster Abbey on Christmas Day 1066, William was crowned the first Norman King of England. Now he had to secure power across the country. He began by stamping his mark on the landscape, building cathedrals and castles at strategic locations. Nothing like them had been seen in England before. They reminded the Anglo-Saxon population exactly who was in charge. But not all were content with living under Norman rule. Anglo-Saxon revolts broke out across the country. King William acted quickly to crush these rebellions. But there was one region where dissent was spiraling out of control: the north of England. In 1069, a group of lords from Northumbria formed an alliance with Viking invaders. Together they approached Norman-held York, a large city with an important cathedral, still protected by ancient Roman walls. But the walls couldn't save York. The city and the castle fell to the rebels. William's new kingdom was under threat. He had to get the city back under Norman control. William had no choice but to order his men north. But as the Norman forces set off on their long march towards York, how much resistance from the rebels would they encounter?
(1069). It's another 3 years later.
William the Conqueror marched north, with his army of Normans determined to take back the rebel-held city of York. But in his path stood rebel towns that harbored William's northern enemies. He would take the towns back by force.
Honor reste d'obéir. Je suis votre serveur.
Gara formata a calque cavalarios. Lancier sparate. Bene. Momentesi archier. Obedio. Mandes escolto.
Scouts.
Parat. Cavallo. Exploro. Si. Ensala. Nini! Escolto. Ensala. Vado. Parat.
Je veux incontinent.
Bene audite. In avant. Exploro. Si. Mandes. Vado.
Donet si comme vos voldreis.
Parate. Venies. Flanquiers. Ite. Parate. Parat. Ici. Cavalarios. Vostres. Bene. Flanquiers. Si. Parat. Cavalarios. Parat. Vostres. Flanquiers. Reparate. Arquier. Audience. Si est. Allez, sopranos! Vade, arquer!
Quite a large town, though.
Lanquiers, parate! Obéio! In avance, Lanquiers!
So, so horses against archers. Archers against
Momentesi, arquier! Deusei! Lankiers! Prépare! Lankiers! Boven! Farad! Inayuda! Sito! Parate!
Cavalario, je d'abord.
Lankiers! Ite! Servientes! Parate! Deusei!
Cavalario, Sparat!
Farad! Nintendo! Lankiers! In avant!
Obéis, certes.
And of course, she was
Je vis dans vos fenêtres.
The Normans captured the town of Middlethorpe, establishing their presence in the north. With reinforcements to his armies soon arriving, William would need more resources to supply them.
Moment ici! Allons-y!
Okay, so it looks like we've got to build our first economy.
In avant, Cavalario!
Lankiers, si! Mandes? Kerte! Vostres, Lankiers!
Quiete, cavals!
Parate, Arkiers! In avant, Arkier!
Parat! Cavalarios!
Lankiers, para... Ove, Serpiente!
What? Parats.
Right, these are villages.
Movans.
Exploro... Si!
Ubi vado. Escolto. Spero.
Let's get a mill going.
Ma sono. Che sì, lavora.
Spero!
Me
You guys
Escolte.
take the...
capians. Sì, capere.
Je veux vos obéir.
Parade! Escolto! Cavallo! Si! Ensala, vado!
Let's go up the road a
Bene.
bit.
Vado! Bene!
Ubi vado.
Si!
We've got archers there. Need to get some woods going. So build 4 additional farms.
Me orchest. Lavoro. What? Che
Build a farm.
edifico.
Wood. And we need some hands. So we need 5 additional.
Laburo.
Mais? Si!
Ayuda!
Then we have to deal with these archers.
Ensola!
You go this side.
Si! Cavalario! Obéis! Wait, Marco!
Probably
Scarsito!
still on that road.
Cavalario,
Another rebel town, Fulford, stood in defiance to William's rule.
Cavalario! Wedordine! Amalion! Parat! Scarra! Formata!
Archers up there.
Lankiers, si!
Quiete, caval! Cavalario, parat! Scarra! Formata! Ensala!
Spero. Ma sono.
Mandes?
Ubi vado? Si.
Tabou. Parate. Escolto.
Parates serviente intendo.
Tonnet. Mon arwen.
Ensala. Cavallo.
So we've got farms, villages, shopping wood, so we need to get some wood shoppers.
Che? Ubi vado?
Secco.
Cavallerio parate.
Vado. Mandes. Cavallo. Si. Chierte.
So do a bit of exploration.
Vado. Escolto. Vado. Si.
Si.
Parate. Cavallo. Vado. Escolto. 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 Vado.
What's that do, really?
Si. Si. Escolto. Cavallo.
Bring these guys
Vado.
back. Do we have any, if we send out,
Qued mandes? Obeio.
they need to use a horse. Seem to have attracted some attention.
Ici. Sakita.
Wood. Che momente si, archier. Yekte seguita! Cavalarios quitamus.
No, perhaps right
Ubi
now.
vado?
Let's build a
Spero.
lumber camp.
Edifico.
guys
Escolteis,
go up
colones.
Do we have enough
Ma sono. Me? Taburo.
Exploro.
Ubi
Si.
vado?
Cavallo. Ensala. Chierte.
Exploro.
He's really running on this.
Parate. Escolto.
Chase following him.
The Norman army was now well supplied by a town, but it would take a sustained effort to keep the army at full strength.
Me?
Need to start building some more buildings.
Mandes. Ensala. Vado.
Attention!
Bene.
Oh, we don't need to worry about an army,
Odite,
it's just sent
serviente.
as an army. But I'll build some extra buildings just so I'm still trying to learn all the bits and bobs here.
Quad.
This one's defensive building.
Edifico.
So 7 woodcutters. It will take some. I'm gonna have to do some more woodcutting because we need a still quite low wood.
What?
Escolto. Laburo. Movo. Edifico.
Population, we're okay with population here. I think we'll just first
Explorons,
scout
si.
out,
Si.
see
En sala.
if there's anything this
Escolto.
side.
Bene.
Explorons. Cavallo.
Let's get
Ah,
our
reparate,
archers
archers.
into
Bene, bene. Parat?
Parat!
Mais
Escolto.
Oh, it's our territory. H2. I haven't got any guns, so I can't go there
à la materia.
right now. Oh, so I got some resources up here.
Cavalarios parat!
Reparate, archers.
Did I get everyone together?
Momentesi,
Cara formata! Odite, ite!
Vostres lanciers. Ite, serviettes. Lanciers. Movens, vassas.
Parate, archers. Fade, archers. Odite.
Novos mandemans.
Anansi. Parate, archers. Entendo.
Cavalario parat.
Right, so I think we'll take this town first.
Homes, preparate.
Mandes. Vado.
So I need some gold.
Reparate, archers. Obedio.
Cara odio.
Obeio. Homes, momentesi, archers. Si, perfecto. Si. Este seguita. Bene, bene. Uscito. Obedio. Audience.
Try to do that.
In avant, archers. Oye. Deusei. Obedio. Oye. Nintendo. Audience. Deusei. Preparate, archers. In avant, archers. Bene, preparate, archers.
That is getting the horses for archers.
Momentesi, archers. Obedio. Preparate, archers. Yente, seguitas.
Cavalarios parat! Acalque, cavalarios! Obedio! Bueno, bravo!
Momentesi, archers.
Obéir, c'est bon destruyer
With the Fulford rebels eliminated, William was one step closer to York.
Orchestre.
Escolto.
Right, let's get some stone. Let's
Knowing
get
he would
gold.
face strong resistance in the city, William prepared to bolster his cavalry.
Edifico.
Parat. Escolto.
Quiete, cavals!
Mais movens.
I need to get to the next stage. Need gold. Let's get
Mandemans. Poirot.
right cavalry.
Cavalarios
going.
parti!
Lanciers parate. In avant,
Parat. Ambula.
French.
En sala. Si. Vado. Si.
Lanciers. Si.
Spero.
Oh, I've got a market. It's a little bit better fortified.
God. Escolto.
I haven't got anything to fortify it, so I suppose
Attenzione!
fortifying it would be
Sagittaire!
Chiega, cavallo! Sì! In avant!
Honor hors vostre service.
Sì.
The Norman army came under attack from a new enemy, the Danes. The northern rebels had forged an alliance with the Danish King Svein II, whose army would prove a thorn in William's side.
Lancier sparate! Lancier! Mauvais, Servientes! Cito!
William's army held back the Danes' attack, but they threatened to return unless William paid them in gold.
Ostres bene!
suppose in higher lines they might have to do that, but
Spero.
probably won't need to follow it.
Laburo.
Danish camp.
Ubi vado? Me? Ma sono. Escolto. Edifico. Quad.
I think we can got
Sì. Che? Vado caver.
can figure out how to visit it. So I can build it heavily or see, build it there.
Laburo. Escolto. Edifico. Me? Ma sono. Che? Laburo.
I think I'll start to mess the city building or medieval village building.
Quad? Escolto. Cavo.
So we need a few.
Ubi va spero. Finit.
We get some horse riders.
Préparate! In avant! Gara formata! In avant!
Parate, archer. Parate, archer. Parate, archer. Momente, si, archer. Allez, archer. Parate, Nintendo. Momente, si, archer.
L'entière sparate.
Une avance, l'enquête. Preparate, archer.
I don't actually know if archers get a bonus in here. So
Parate,
that's,
archer. In avance.
got 3 in there.
Parate, audience. Momente, si, audience. Parate, archer. Archer, bene, bene.
Spero.
So I could either destroy the Danish camp or tribute them.
Escolto. Cosa sarà ma sonata?
Mandesquet. Six hommes.
Take some minutes.
Sagita in arco.
Well, let's get some
Arco, parate.
build some more buildings.
L'anque sparatas.
Quemandes.
Parade por venir.
So we can get some archers a bit of
Io ma sono la cosa.
Sagita in arco.
Quid me?
and horses.
Vado laburar.
Arco, parate.
Parate pour venir.
Arquière, parate.
Mandesqued, labour speranza.
Get our blacksmith.
Sagita in arco.
Bit tight in my.
Vado laburar.
Uh-oh.
Arco, parate. Parate. Intendo. In avanti, arquière. Vade, arquière. In aiuta!
Bene!
Sagita in arco.
Quid labour.
Quemandes.
E plec.
Arquière, parate.
I need to.
Parade pour laburar.
Population up to build some houses.
Cosa sarà la sonata?
Bloody woodies. Don't know how to do that yet.
Ci sommes. Parade pour venir. Movenskito. Quid me? Io ma sono la cosa. Mandesqued. Io ma sono la cosa. Parade pour laburar. Vado laburar.
Parate pour labourar.
I wonder which is the hotkey for houses. Let's look that one.
Vado
We have to
laburar.
look it up.
Parate pour labourar.
It's okay, it's-
Cos'è sarà massonata?
Buono.
Right, let's
Parate.
go and have a little say hi to the Danish.
Bene.
then we'll do the rest.
Attention! Acces vos comprendriez vos amouets. Quiete, caval. A calque, caval.
Preparate. Obedio.
Produite de odio. Attendez. Avertisez vostre courage.
Labur, si, comprendo. Cose sera ma sonata.
Cavallerio parade. Cavallo.
Get our scouts first. Send them into the area of the Danish, where you can see what we're dealing with before.
L'heure
Attack.
est. Je suis votre serveuse.
Benefect.
So, tech tree. It's a bit different from some of the other Age empires that I've played for a long while.
Parates. Ryan, Sabranos! Oye! Armamente si est. Preparat.
Ambula. Ambula.
The Normans discovered the source of the Dane threat, an outpost on the water. William had a choice: bypass the encampment, destroy it, or pay the Danes the gold they demanded.
It's actually quite a well supported fight.
Quiete, caval. Successor! Avertisez vostre courage. Cavallarius Recueillez vos avoués.
Cursor obéissance.
So, I actually don't know what he did in the history books.
Si, parat. Scarafon. Une amon, cavallarios.
Well, it'd be easy actually just to pay them off. I actually don't know how to tribute yet. Tribute.
Cavalario parade.
Ah, here we go.
William paid off the Danes and was rid of their attacks.
Okay.
Soyez
So,
avant, compagnon.
William's ultimate goal was within his grasp.
Avant.
All that remained was to enter York and destroy its keep.
Audite.
Exilim.
Vamos, valetut.
Si, cavo.
Bene audite. Ite. Mer sultan!
Quet me.
Attention. Attendez.
homes.
Ecce mandement.
Si, vale.
Send these guys over there. Slot of wood. Oh, some gold up here. No. Lettuce.
Come sono la cose? Archière.
Udite, Certes!
Que demandes? Cavallo ici.
Cavalarios parats,
So I don't
obéio.
think I had any keeps.
L'heure est de besoigner. Quand je commande, avance. Cavalarios parats. Acalque, cavalarios. Si, parascarafo. Bene. A medio corso. Cavaglio. Odio. Bene.
Caval pas. Si voleis. Respect.
Okay, so it's got.
Comprendo.
Soyez incontinent. Retrayez vos à moi. Quittez, caval. Sala.
Parate archières. Obedio.
Varier et préparier l'enquête. In avant, l'enquête.
Parat.
Armamente si.
The Norman army poured into York and began sacking the town as they bore down on the keep.
Odio. Sito. Anch'io, mobilete, caval. Sala. Bene, Cavalarios, Panteano! In avant, Cavalarios! Chiete, caval!
Preparate archières. Extremo medio. Veniez, sergentes.
How are we doing? Might need to read.
L'entier, Bécou. Pétraine. Variez, comprendo. Momente, la guita in alto.
Obéir, c'est
The keep fell to the Norman army, and York was secured. The Northern Rebellion was over, and William the Conqueror was uncontested as King of England. One weapon more than any other dominated warfare in the Norman period: the crossbow. Fourteenth-century crossbows like this were the culmination of centuries of development. With limbs made of steel, they were incredibly powerful. But earlier Norman crossbows had limbs made of wood.
There was a limit to how powerful these wooden bows could be.
So the idea that Norman crossbows were a powerful weapon is really a myth. Despite this, they were effective at medium range, and that was enough in battle. Drawing the bow repeatedly took a lot of strength. Thankfully, help was at hand.
A crossbowman spanned his weapon with a device called a belt and claw.
This gave him extra leverage, allowing him to use his back and legs to draw the string.
Crossbowmen were vulnerable on a battlefield, so they carried large shields called pavises, so they could hunker down behind, load, pop up, shoot, and then duck back down again to reload.
Crossbows were accurate, took less training, and used cheaper ammunition than the longbow. Most importantly, you could wait to take your shot, so they were perfect for siege situations. To protect crossbowmen when they were defending castles, they used specially built wooden galleries, called hoardings. But shooting down towards an approaching enemy presented its own problems. How to stop the bolt from falling off the crossbow before it could be shot?
What they did is just place the thumb loosely on the top of the bolt, which is just enough with light pressure to hold it in place.
Around 1200, the Norman wooden crossbow was superseded by a new design, the composite bow. With limbs made from horn and sinew, they could be made more compact than a wooden bow. And they could deliver up to 4 times the punch. They were, however, more expensive. So whether on the battlefield or the castle rampart, simple wooden crossbows remained the main weapon of the day. At Guédelon in France, to understand how castles were constructed, they're building one from scratch, using just the tools and materials of the medieval age. It's a 25-year project, the world's biggest archaeological experiment. The most important defensive feature of any castle was the wall surrounding it.
Castle walls had to be incredibly thick in order to resist attack and absorb the impact of projectiles fired from trebuchets.
The curtain wall was over 20 feet deep, interspersed with towers. In earlier Norman castles, they were square. But while on crusade, European knights saw that eastern towers were round. They realized that eliminating corners not only made them stronger, but also provided a better view of the surrounding landscape. Completing the walls will take some 30,000 tons of sandstone.
Transport costs in the Middle Ages were incredibly expensive. so having a good supply of local stone close to the castle was vital.
To extract it from the quarry, first a row of holes is hand-drilled.
Once all the holes are ready, I'm ready to put in the iron wedges, and I'm ready to split it open by hitting very hard on each wedge with a big sledgehammer.
The stone is split into usable blocks, then transported using horsepower and human effort. This treadwheel crane can lift up to half a ton.
The walls are built like sandwiches. On the outside, you have facing walls built from better quality stones. And the inside, the rubble cores, they're built with softer stones and other offcuts from the quarry. And they're built up in layers with a very thick, coarse mortar.
This ingenious method makes the walls better able to withstand hits from a trebuchet. Sandstone is too hard to be carved into intricate windows, vaults, and steps. Instead, softer, more expensive limestone is used. These sophisticated building techniques make castles the ultimate feats of medieval engineering. It's a testament to their construction that so many still stand today.